World Cup Plus premiere brings Southern hospitality in a soldier's story.
The worst thing you can do in this part of the country is pay too much attention to the death of a Negro under mysterious circumstances.
These local people aren't going to charge a white man in this parish on your say-so.
Your orders instruct you to cooperate.
No way does a colored soldier speak to a white officer like that.
Denzel Washington and Harold Rollins Jr. star in A Soldier's Story next Wednesday, 10:35 on ITV.
Have you heard the one about the Englishman, the Irishman and the Scotsman? Well, they're three of Britain's funniest comics. They are Steve Womack, Adrian Walsh and Gary Dennis, and they are all patter merchants.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Patter Merchants tonight are Adrian Walsh, Gary Dennis, Steve Womack, and your host for this evening, Kylie Minogue's uncle, Alan Stewart.
You don't have to be beautiful. In bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what friends are for. Good night. See you next week. That's what friends are for.
Next, the ITN News headlines are followed by a look at Russian fashion in video fashion.
Welcome to Mrs. Freeman's kitchen, where Harry, yes, is about to take the Elmley challenge. Can our fastidious feline friend tell cream from Elmley? There's a trout in it for him if he can. Oh, bad luck, Harry. Still, it's not surprising he failed so miserably, when most cat owners can't tell the difference between cream and Elmley either. Isn't that right, Harry? Yeah.
Mark is about to find out that at the same time he's washing his hair, he can also condition it. With Dimension, a shampoo and conditioner, 2-in-1. Dimension, a shampoo and conditioner in one handy bottle.
Tomorrow at 7:30, The Bill in a race against time.
You get 72 hours to catch a murderer. After that, you're down to the long, hard grind and luck. 2 dog hairs and 1 fingerprint on a plastic sack. We're whistling in the dark.
Do you think you could just cool it a bit? I think professional car might make a better impression on Mrs. Price than your headless chicken act.
You're not looking for Jenny. You're looking for the man who killed her.
The Bill at the earlier time of 7:30 tomorrow on ITV.
Well, Russia might not be famous for its fashion, unless you count headscarves, but we'll be looking at just what is fashionable in Russia in video fashion, and we'll be looking at the history of fashion too. First of all, though, the news headlines come from ITN.
America has urged the Romanian government to exercise restraint amid unconfirmed reports that at least 12 people were shot dead by troops who opened fire on anti-government protesters. State-run television so far says only 2 have died, but reported that 93 were injured in clashes in Bucharest. The city is now reported calm.
Running battles continued throughout the afternoon as police vehicles were overturned, prisoners released, and the vans set alight. The police response was swift and at times brutal. But it did little to stem the crowds. A government that had delayed so long in facing up to nearly 8 weeks of sustained student unrest now for a moment seemed unable to control it, as the police headquarters came under siege. The new government's grip on power had never looked so insecure. Crowds ransacked the building. Those who'd marched against the Ceausescu regime only 6 months earlier were once again on the streets.
Police fear a 2-year-old girl discharged from a London hospital against medical advice may die soon unless she gets urgent treatment for leukemia. It's thought Stephanie Charalambous may already have been taken home to Cyprus by her parents, Jehovah's Witnesses, whose religion bans the blood transfusion she needs. The girl had been brought to Great Ormond Street Hospital for diagnosis. Doctors said she had a good chance of survival if she had treatment.
Without the treatment recommended, the child will certainly die within a short period of time. The exact period of time is difficult to determine. However, it could be a matter of weeks.
The Queen has paid tribute to the heroes of the Free French Army in the last war. She was speaking at a London ceremony to mark the 50th anniversary of General de Gaulle's call to arms. The Queen, joined by the Queen Mother, told 2,000 veterans that as East Europe changed, it was important that Britain and France stood even closer together. In their honour, she spoke in French.
Vive l'entente cordiale, sans oublier la vieille alliance.
That's all for now. We'll have more news later.
Well, in a minute, Video Fashion is going to be looking at just what is fashionable in Russia. But I thought I would test your knowledge of Russian fashion and World Cup fashion at the same time. I've got 2 questions for you, see if you can answer them. First of all, what colour strip did the Soviet Union goalkeeper, the goalie, what colour strip was he wearing last night in the World Cup in the match that was played last night? Second question, by the laws of the game, what may a footballer not wear? Obviously, when he's playing football, he can wear what he likes when he goes home, but what may he not wear when he's playing football? The phone number to call, 071 383 552. 071 383 552. We've got 2 sort of footballing hats for the runners-up, and we have 100 years of the Football League for the winner. Okay, so give us a call.